Hi everyone, today we are looking at a question like this. Now, as you can see over here, a shopkeeper bought 4 boxes of marbles, W, X, Y, and Z, right? Containing a total of 1, 2, 3, 2 marbles. So we know that the total, when I add them up together, when I look at the 4 boxes of marbles, I know that my total is 1,232. Now, what did they say in sentence number 2? It says that the ratio of the number of boxes, the ratio of the number of marbles in box W to x to the total is actually 2:5:11. Now, I don't quite like this because we did not include x and z's. Y and z. So y and z is like, hey, what happened to us? So let's break it up. Okay, we know that the total has to be 11. We know that this is 2:5. That means to say I don't know the individual for y and z, right? But I know for sure that it can actually be 11 minus 5 minus 2. All right, I say that again, 11 minus 5 minus 2. That gives me 4 units. So total for y and z is 4 units. Now y and z feels like, hey, yes, you're including me, right? So you see, again, like I said, I always use, a B&E table. All right, I am never afraid, to make it big. All right, I want to make sure that, I have enough space, right? I don't have to squeeze my answers, huh? Okay, so W, X, Y, Z. Now, you don't know what is the total for Y and Z, but you don't know what is the individual for Y and Z, but you know that the total is 4. Okay, pardon me for, I guess it's just morning brain, huh? Now, anyways, over here, you have 2 units over here, 5 units over here. Total is 4 units, 11 units is my total, 1,232 is also my total. Okay, so yeah, once you have this, what you want to do is obviously solve the question, right? Now, the question says, what did the question say? In the third sentence, okay, so go sentence by sentence, which is my change. Okay, triangle stands for change, okay? After 176 marbles from box Y, minus 176. How do I know that? Because I saw the word sold, okay? And 2/5 of the marbles from box X. So 2/5, that means this is 5/5. That means this is 3/5. Okay, were sold. Okay, what happens is that the number of marbles in box Y was 4 times that of box Z. So this will now be 4 parts, and this will be 1 part. But I have an issue over here. You see, if I say 3/5 is 1 part, I will face an issue when I want to find the number of parts for 2/5. What kind of issue am I going to face? Of course, I will first find my 1/5, right? Then I will divide by 3 over here, isn't it? Then from here, when I divide by 3, I get to a 1/3 part, which is not something that we like because 1/3 part is 0.33333, and I don't like that. I prefer whole numbers. So instead of having it as 1 part, I'm just going to turn this to 3 parts, and I will turn this to 12 parts. Now, from here itself, can you see that 12 parts and 3 parts, y is still 4 times of that? You get what I'm trying to say? All right, so you don't necessarily have to go with 4 parts and 1 part. All right, in this situation, it's better if you were to go with 12 parts and 3 parts. So this becomes my 2 parts, right? Because if 3/5 is 3 parts, let me just write it at the side. If 3/5 is 3 parts, 2/5 is 2 parts. So this is basically 2 parts. So 5/5 is 5 parts. So this basically means 12 parts plus 176. Now from here, right, thankfully what we can see, I don't know why is it that my 4 units disappeared, but anyways, from here itself, what we can see, we can actually form an equation using this part. All right, let me just highlight for you. I know y'all love this color, right? Okay, anyways, now you can see from here, this 12 parts plus 176 plus 5 parts is actually equals to 4 units. Isn't that true? Okay, all right, so that's the first thing that you can do. Okay, so from here itself, you can add the parts together. So 17 parts plus 176 is equals to 4 units, right? So we actually know what is 4 units because we know that 11 units is 1,232. So we can actually put a value to these 4 units, isn't that true? So we will now say 11 units, since 11 units is 1,232, we're going to find our Mr. Green Man first, which is 1 unit. So 1,232 divided by 11, we get to 112. And then we are going to find our 4 units. All right, 4 units is 112 times 4. Right, that is something that I believe all of you can understand very well. So from here, we now change my 4 units to 448, which means to say it will be better off if I say that this is 448. Okay, so with that information in mind now, I'm just going to form another equation. Instead of saying 17 parts plus 176 is 4 units, I will now say 17 parts plus 176 is 448. Same family, sit together. 17 parts is actually equals to 448 minus away 176. Okay, so when I get to there, I will get to 17 parts. It's actually equals to 272. Of course, I want to find my one part. Beautifully, we got to 16. Now, Mr. Greenman is out. Read the question. The question says, how many more marbles were there in box Y than in Z at first? So let's go and find, because the question wants us to find more, right? More means I am comparing. All right, it is a comparison. Agree or disagree? More numbers were there in box Y than in Z. Box Y itself is 12 parts plus 176, as you can see over here. And then box Z is 5 parts. We are going to compare, right? So I will just find 5 parts first, and I will just note down that this is box Z. All right, 16 times 5, that gives me 80. Well, for box Y itself, as you can see over here, is 12 parts plus 176. So we will say that 12 parts is actually equals to 16 times 12. Okay, when I do that, I'll get to an answer of 192. All right, and then after that, from here itself, 12 parts is 192. So what I can do is basically just 192 plus 176. 192 plus 176, we get to an answer of 368. So this is actually for Y. All right, I apologize. This shouldn't be for Y. This is only part of Y. Now we want to find the difference. So we just have to do 368 minus 80. When I do 368 minus 80, I will then get to an answer of 288. And therefore, this is my answer for this question.
Hi everyone, if you like this video, you can click right here for a similar video, or you can view our playlist here.